When did your brother become more like a stranger? My brother Joel didn't cry at the funeral. Not during the service, not at the burial, not even when I found one of Dad's cufflinks under the couch and handed it to him like it was gold. He just said, "Throw it out." Our parents died in a fire, one of those freak wiring accidents. I was 16, he was 27, and suddenly I lived with someone who looked like my brother but moved like a tenant inspecting damage. He owned a condo in a luxury complex with soundproof walls and a balcony no one used. The kitchen was spotless. The air smelled like lemon cleaner, not food. There were no family photos, no toothpaste smears on the mirror, just Joel, his laptop, and silence. He let me sleep in the guest room. First week, he cooked us eggs. After that, it was just frozen meals and money on the counter. I'd come home and hear him on work calls about leverage and burn rates and acquisition targets. Then he'd turn to me, ask if I did my calculus, and vanish into his office again. He said we'd sell the house because the foundation was cracked, which I knew was a lie. That house was our world. The crack was in Joel, not the concrete. 3 weeks in, I asked about Mom's wedding ring. He said it got lost in the fire, but I remembered seeing it on the dresser when we left for the sleepover that saved my life. One night, I caught him moving boxes into the storage unit in the basement. I helped, mostly in silence, until I saw a box labeled Family Trust Documents. He jerked it from my hands so fast I thought he'd break my wrist. "You don't need to look at that," he said. I nodded, but I never forgot it. Junior year passed with Joel in charge of everything. He kept a spreadsheet for my allowance, canceled my yearbook order because it was a non-essential expense. When I cried on my birthday because no one remembered, he said I was being emotional again. College apps came. I wanted to go into architecture. I had folders of sketches, test scores, letters of recommendation. I showed Joel my acceptance to Cornell with a merit scholarship. He glanced at it and said, "Do you really want to study buildings when you could be building wealth?" I remember sitting in my room staring at the walls, realizing I didn't even have the code to the safe in his closet. Our parents' safe, the one Dad always said held our future. So I waited. One day Joel left his laptop open. I saw the email, a wire transfer receipt, over $40,000. It was labeled trust liquidation, personal advisory fee. I didn't know what to feel, anger, betrayal, nausea. I confronted him. He didn't deny it, just sat on the couch and said, "You wouldn't understand. They didn't leave you much, Lily. Not like you think, but they left something," I said. He shrugged, and I turned it into more. "You've had a roof, food, school. That's more than most." I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just walked into the guest room, locked the door, and Googled everything I could about trust abuse. I spoke to a counselor at school, then a lawyer, quietly, carefully. I learned about fiduciary duty, about breach, about how even brothers can be legally accountable for moral rot. I'm 18 now. The investigation is ongoing. Joel doesn't know I know the full picture yet, about the stocks in his name, the ring he pawned, the taxes he evaded. He still calls me kiddo in front of neighbors, still buys my favorite cereal, still pretends he's a hero for taking me in. But now, I smile differently, because I know how to smile through glass.